A tiny sensor can drain your fuel and steal your power. Up to 25% loss, up to 20% more fuel burned, and most drivers damage it while trying to clean it. One wrong spray can cost you $300. Today, you'll see the tricks to clean your mass airflow sensor without damaging your engine. Let's get started. Trick number 9. Use only the right mass airflow cleaner. Use the wrong spray once, and nothing seems wrong at first. Days later, fuel use climbs, power drops, and the bill shows up. That's what makes this mistake so expensive. Inside the mass airflow sensor is a thin sensing element with a protective coating. It reads airflow with high precision. Many common sprays, brake cleaner, carb cleaner, even WD-40, contain oils or strong solvents. They don't fully evaporate. They leave a thin film you can't see. You can check this on any surface. Spray those cleaners on glass or metal and watch. A faint haze or streak remains after it dries. The same thing happens on the sensor. Now it gets worse. The sensor runs hot. When the engine heats up, that residue bakes onto the element and turns into a carbon layer. Once that forms, the sensor underreads airflow. The ECU adds more fuel to compensate. That leads to poor mileage, rough idle, slow response, and sometimes black smoke. At that point, cleaning won't fix it. The coating is damaged. That's why you should only use a dedicated mass airflow cleaner, like CRC Mass Airflow Sensor Cleaner. It's made to flash off fast and leave zero residue, so the coating stays intact and readings stay true. It's not just safer, it's the line between a quick fix and a costly replacement. The cleaner matters. The way it's applied matters just as much. Trick number 8. Spray the right way. Most sensors don't fail from dirt. They fail from the way they're sprayed. One strong blast, too close, and that tiny sensing wire can bend or crack. You won't hear it snap, but your engine will feel it through rough idle, slow pickup, and poor fuel use. Here's the right way to do it. Hold the can about 6 to 8 inches away, not closer. That distance turns the spray into a light mist instead of a harsh jet. Now adjust your angle. Aim at about 45 degrees, not straight at the wire. Let the cleaner pass over it gently instead of hitting it directly. Use short bursts, about 2 to 3 seconds at a time. After each pass, pause. Let the cleaner drip off. Then rotate the sensor slightly and repeat from another angle. This way, you cover all sides without putting stress on one spot. You can test the difference yourself. Spray water from a distance, it settles softly. Spray it close, and it hits with force. That same force is what damages the sensor. This matters because of pressure. A direct spray can strip the protective coating or shift the wire slightly. Once that happens, airflow readings go off. Fuel delivery follows, and the engine starts running wrong. So yes, the cleaner matters, but the way you use it matters just as much. None of that helps if your hands get involved. Trick number 7. Never touch the sensor wire. It looks harmless, a tiny wire, easy to miss. But that one piece is the most sensitive part of the entire sensor, and touching it even once can ruin it. Inside the mass airflow sensor is a hot wire or film element, often made from platinum. It heats up to measure how much air enters your engine. As air flows past it, the wire cools. The ECU reads that change and adjusts fuel in real time. That's what keeps the engine smooth, efficient, and responsive. Now here's the problem. That wire is thinner than a human hair. It isn't built for pressure, wiping, or contact of any kind. Even a light touch can leave behind oil or dirt from your skin. That thin film sticks to the surface and changes how heat transfers across the wire. When heat transfer changes, the readings change, and that means the ECU starts making the wrong fuel decisions. You can test this yourself. Touch a clean piece of glass with your finger. You'll see a faint smudge. That same type of film forms on the sensor, except you won't see it, and it starts affecting accuracy right away. Try to wipe it, and the risk gets worse. A cloth, brush, or even a cotton swab can bend or snap the wire. Once that happens, the sensor is done. No cleaning will bring it back. That's why every manufacturer says the same thing. Never touch the sensing element. The next step is where patience makes all the difference. Trick number 6. Let it dry fully. The job isn't done when you stop spraying. It's done when every drop is gone. Mass airflow cleaner dries fast on the surface, but not everywhere at once. Inside the sensor housing, small pockets of liquid cling around the sensing element and tight corners you can't see. If you reinstall too soon, That leftover cleaner gets pulled across the sensor the moment the engine starts. The signal becomes unstable. The ECU reacts to bad data, and you can get rough idle, hesitation, or even a fault code. You can test this yourself. Spray cleaner on a smooth surface. It looks dry in seconds, but touch it and you'll still feel moisture underneath. That same looks dry effect happens inside the mass airflow sensor, where accuracy matters most. There's also an electrical side to consider. Any remaining cleaner can disturb the voltage signal during startup. Even a small disruption can throw off airflow readings and fuel delivery. The safe move is simple. Set the sensor aside in a clean, well-ventilated area and let it air dry for at least 20 to 30 minutes. If the weather is cold or humid, give it more time. Don't wipe it. Don't use heat. Just let it dry naturally. If this is helping, hit like and subscribe. Simple steps like this can save you real money. A clean sensor won't stay that way without attention to what surrounds it. Trick number 5. Clean the intake tube too. You can have a spotless sensor and still end up right back where you started in a few days. The intake tube is the path every bit of air takes before it reaches the engine. Over time, it collects oil vapor from the PCV system, fine dust, and residue from the air filter. That grime sticks to the inner walls. Now here's the catch. Once you reinstall a freshly cleaned mass airflow sensor, airflow immediately starts picking up that residue and carrying it straight onto the sensing element again. You can confirm this easily. Remove the intake hose and run a clean cloth inside. If it comes out dark or oily, that contamination is already waiting to recoat your sensor. Many people skip this check, then wonder why the problem returns so fast. That thin film does more than just sit there. It disrupts airflow. It creates uneven turbulence, which changes how air moves across the sensor. Even with a clean mass airflow, unstable airflow leads to inaccurate readings, poor fuel control, and reduced performance. The fix is simple and quick. Before reinstalling the sensor, wipe the intake tube using isopropyl alcohol and a lint-free cloth. Focus on the section closest to the mass airflow. It takes less than a minute, but it can double the time between cleanings and keep readings stable. Skip this step, and you're only fixing part of the problem. Trick number 4. Don't overspray. More spray feels like a deeper clean, but with a mass airflow sensor, it often does the opposite. When you flood the sensor, the extra cleaner doesn't just disappear. It collects inside the housing, sits in small corners, and takes longer to dry. That trapped liquid can carry dirt that was just loosened and spread it back onto the sensing element. Instead of cleaning, you end up moving contamination around. You can test this yourself. Spray too much cleaner on any surface and watch it dry. You'll see streaks and uneven patches. The same thing happens inside the sensor, where you can't see it. That uneven drying leaves behind residue that affects readings. There's also the force of the spray. Even if you keep the right distance, holding the trigger too long turns a light mist into a heavy flow. That adds pressure on the delicate wire and its protective coating. Over time, that stress can affect accuracy or cause damage. The better method is controlled and light. Use short bursts, about 1 to 2 seconds each. Let the cleaner drip off before spraying again. Turn the sensor slightly and repeat from different angles. This way, dirt is lifted and carried away without flooding the area. You're not trying to soak it, you're trying to rinse it gently. Do this right, and the sensor stays clean and accurate longer. Trick number 3. Don't clean it too often. A clean sensor is good. A constantly handled sensor is a problem. Every time you remove and reinstall a mass airflow sensor, you risk wear on the connector pins, clips, and seals. Those plastic tabs get weaker. The pins can loosen or shift slightly. That leads to intermittent signals, the kind that cause random rough idle, hesitation, or check engine lights that come and go. There's also the sensor itself. The internal element isn't designed for frequent exposure to solvents. Even a proper mass airflow cleaner, used too often, can slowly affect the protective coating over time. It's not instant damage, but repeated cleaning increases the chance of long-term drift in readings. Here's something you can confirm. Most manufacturers don't list mass airflow cleaning as a regular service item. It's usually done only when symptoms appear or at longer intervals, around 20,000 to 30,000 miles, depending on driving conditions. So instead of cleaning it every oil change, focus on prevention, a good air filter, a clean intake, and proper driving conditions. That alone keeps the sensor accurate longer and avoids unnecessary risk. There are some Japanese tricks to clean injectors without removing them. Take things further and keep your fuel system just as clean. One shortcut wipes out everything you just did. Trick number 2. Never use compressed air. A quick blast of air can turn a working sensor into a dead one in seconds. Inside the mass airflow sensor sits a hair-thin heated element that measures airflow with extreme precision. Compressed air leaves the nozzle at a very high speed. At close range, that force can bend, misalign, or even snap the sensing wire. No warning, no visible damage, but the readings go off right away. There's also moisture to think about. Air compressors build up condensation in the tank and lines. Even with filters, fine water can pass through. Blow that into the sensor, and you leave moisture on a sensitive electronic surface. That leads to unstable signals, corrosion, and slow failure. Static charge is another risk. Fast air through plastic nozzles can build a charge. A small discharge near the sensor can upset the circuitry and cause erratic readings. You can check the force yourself. Blow air at loose dust. It doesn't clean. It spreads and pushes dirt deeper. The same thing happens inside the sensor. Stick with mass airflow cleaner. Let the liquid carry dirt away and let the air dry finish the job. Give it time. Give it space. Even after doing everything right, the result can still feel off. That doesn't always mean the sensor is bad. It can mean the system hasn't caught up yet. Trick number 1. Reset the ECU after cleaning. You cleaned the sensor, but your car still feels off. That's not the sensor, it's the memory. Your car's computer, the ECU, doesn't reset itself after cleaning. Over time, it learns patterns from a dirty mass airflow sensor. It adjusts fuel based on those bad readings. These are called fuel trims. Even after cleaning, the ECU may still follow the old data. That's why you can still get rough idle, slow pickup, or poor fuel use right after cleaning. The sensor is now accurate, but the system is still reacting like it's dirty. There's a simple fix. After reinstalling the mass airflow sensor, reset the ECU. The easiest way is to disconnect the battery for about 10 to 15 minutes. This clears stored data and forces the system to start fresh. You can also use an OBD2 scanner. It clears codes and resets fuel trims faster and with more control. You can test this yourself. After a reset, the engine usually idles more smoothly within minutes. Throttle response improves as the ECU relearns airflow and fuel balance. Skip this step, and you're judging clean parts with old data. The car won't feel right, even if the fix was done properly. One last detail sits just before the sensor, and it decides how long that clean result will last. Bonus trick. Check the air filter type. That clean sensor can get dirty again in days, and the reason is often right in front of it. Your air filter controls everything that reaches the mass airflow sensor. Many performance filters use oil to trap dirt. The issue is that oil doesn't always stay put. As air flows through, tiny oil particles get pulled into the intake and settle on the mass airflow sensing element. Over time, this forms a thin film that changes how the sensor reads airflow. You can check this yourself. Remove the intake hose and look inside. If you see a light oily shine or your finger feels slightly greasy, that's oil from the filter moving downstream. That same film ends up coating the sensor. Once coated, the sensor underreads airflow. The ECU thinks less air is coming in, so it adds more fuel. That leads to poor fuel economy, slow response, and sometimes black smoke from the exhaust. That's why most manufacturers stick with OEM paper filters. They trap dirt well and don't release oil into the intake. They're dry, simple, and safe for the sensor. If you prefer performance filters, go for dry-type versions, not oiled ones. And if you do use an oiled filter, apply oil lightly. Over-oiling is one of the most common causes of repeat mass airflow problems. Keep the airflow clean, and the sensor stays accurate longer. A clean mass airflow sensor means smoother power, better fuel economy, and fewer costly surprises. Do it right once, and your engine will thank you every drive. Want to go further? Watch our next video on 9 tricks to clean your O2 sensor without removing it and keep your entire system running sharp.